George Clooney and Amal Clooney, one of Hollywood's most iconic power couples, have captivated the world with their love story, their charitable works, and their ability to balance successful careers with family life. But lately, it seems like the tables have turned in their marriage, as Amal Clooney has made a bombshell announcement that has left her husband George reevaluating everything in their life together. The couple, who have been married for nearly a decade and share twins, Alexander and Ella, have always been seen as a model couple. Amal, an internationally renowned human rights lawyer, and George, an Oscar-winning actor and philanthropist, have both lived under the public's microscope, with their every move and every word carefully scrutinized. But Amal's recent revelation took even George by surprise. Amal Clooney, always a trailblazer in her own right, stunned everyone during a recent interview where she revealed her thoughts on what's next in her life. She spoke about her plans to step up her involvement in global human rights causes, but what really raised eyebrows was her decision to explore a new chapter of her life that involves making some bold career choices. Amal mentioned that she has been contemplating taking on a role in politics, a move that shocked many, considering her current career trajectory as a lawyer. She explained how she feels more driven than ever to tackle international human rights issues from a new platform, and the idea of political leadership has been on her mind. As if that wasn't a big enough shock, she also spoke about the possibility of moving their family to a more politically active environment, possibly even relocating to a country where she could pursue her political aspirations fully. George Clooney, as you can imagine, wasn't prepared for such a major shift in Amal's career plans. While George has always supported Amal's professional endeavors, the idea of shifting their life so drastically, especially with two young children, has caused him to reconsider his own priorities. According to close sources, George is re-evaluating everything, from his own career choices to how he can support Amal while navigating this new chapter. It's no secret that George and Amal have always been a team. From their lavish travels to their philanthropy, they have made sure that their partnership remains strong. But the notion of Amal diving into the political arena has made George step back and think about their future in a completely different way. Is it possible for them to continue their current lifestyle, or will they need to make major changes? George, who has enjoyed a more laid-back lifestyle recently, spending time on his wine business and working on film projects, is now reflecting on how his own career might have to take a backseat as Amal embarks on this new journey. Sources have claimed that George is willing to put aside some of his own pursuits in order to give Amal the full support she needs as she moves forward with her dreams. This bombshell announcement also means potential changes for their family. Amal and George have always been incredibly protective of their twins, and their children's well-being is always top of mind for both of them. If Amal were to transition into a more public political role, the family's dynamic would likely change, too. George has been particularly involved in the kids' upbringing, and the prospect of long-term political commitments means more time apart for the couple. But here's where it gets interesting. George, while being a proud and supportive husband, may actually be embracing this shift asterisk. According to sources, George is fascinated by Amal's passion and her ambition to make a lasting difference on a global scale. This could be a pivotal moment in their marriage, one where they each take on new roles, not just as partners in life, but as supporters of each other's personal and professional growth. In fact, George may take on more of the domestic responsibilities to allow Amal to pursue her newfound goals. At this point, it's clear that George Clooney is taking the news seriously. As much as he has been enjoying his more quiet, private life in recent years, he has always been driven by causes that matter to him. With Amal's announcement, George is beginning to understand that there may be a way forward for him too, one where he can balance supporting Amal's ambition while also continuing to follow his own passions. Could this mean that George will shift his focus even more toward philanthropy or dedicate more time to projects outside of Hollywood? Will he become more involved in the political world with Amal, or perhaps support her in the background while keeping his presence less public? There's no doubt that the Clooney family is headed for a new era asterisk. The question now is how much this shift will impact not just their careers but their personal lives. Will Amal's ambition push her further into the spotlight, or will George have to adjust his own path to support her as she takes on these new challenges? What makes this announcement even more intriguing is that it has sparked public debate. Fans and observers have been asking, what's next for the Clooneys? Will Amal make a splash in politics? Could she be the next major force in international policy? And how will George, ever the public figure, deal with being more in the background as his wife steps into a leadership role? While the couple has kept their plans under wraps for now, it's clear that this bombshell revelation will shape the next chapter of their lives. George and Amal Clooney have already defied the odds in their personal and professional journeys, and it seems like this next step may redefine their legacy altogether. What do you think of Amal's announcement? Could George Clooney be the supportive husband stepping back to help his wife rise to power? Or will this be a challenge for their family? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed for more updates on this incredible journey.